Hi, this is Larry Zorro with another edition of Garden Fantastic. It's fantastic being a gardener, isn't it? Especially if you got my book, Hay Gardens Without Bales, the hay pillar gardening method. I think you'd love the book as much as I do. Even if anybody didn't want to buy it, that's all right with me because I'm using it. I'll always want to remember the way I exactly did it, the foundation of this garden. And it's all contained in its pages. Although I am increasingly doing different things. And that's why I started this site. Is for you, the gardener. You want to see my garden now? It's beautifying. Beautifying by chipped wood. And you put your branches in a chipper and make that fresh chipped wood and put it out there. It really, really looks good. You can also put cornmeal. You could put some uh, oatmeal. Put that there. It's good for the earthworms. And they say it helps with the weeds. You want to help with the weeds, don't you? Well, here's something you may not know unless you bought my book. It's tulle fabric. Not TOOLS, TULLE, tulle fabric. Oh, you put it over your spinach. Just put a piece of wood, like a little steak, and just lay it over there to keep the butterflies, the moths from trying to lay eggs on your spinach, and little worms will come and eat everything. It's good for radishes too. And it's especially easy to use draping it over when you're growing in a pillar. It's great. It's grand. It's fantastic. Here's a picture of my tomato plant. It's growing good. You see that hay, that mesh is thickness of hay. I tell you how to do that when you prepare your hay. It's in the book, but I found out another purpose which I didn't mention in the book. It makes great toppers. You just lay it over. It's got this donut-like hole in it. You just lay a little piece, comes out so easy when the hay is aging. You just take a section of it. I tell you how to do that. Exactly how to do it out of a garbage can. It's in the book. Hay Gardens Without Bales. Now here's something. This is something I'm trying out. I think it's going to work better. I just filled this thing up partially with cardboard. I had a bunch of cardboard. Worms love to eat cardboard, so I put that at the bottom. I put some hay, and then I kind of pressed it down. I didn't use any other method than just kind of pressing the hay down. It's kind of loose. It's more like a nest, I guess. And you just press it down wide, make it as wide, and you add your soil in. You want at least 5 or 6 inches of good soil, maybe a little less. And I don't know how well I'm going to plant onions, how well the onions will root through the hay at the bottom. It may need to reach that far down, but maybe the hay will be kind of disintegrated after a time. And anyway, you put the soil in there, and I mixed in some biochar, and then I planted these onions. While I'm waiting, oh, it's such a mess. Who ever thought of? You don't want to winter a bunch of onions unless you got control over the weeds. The weeds it's a mess. And I'm weeding this. I'm going to put bark around this pillar, and you can see the onions. The onions are pretty big. And I've been eating a lot of green onions, but this I want to go into making those bulbs, big onions. Some pictures there. Well, here's another picture of a tomato plant. I've been showing you in the past their progress. This one's with draped over plastic, which is like the tulle fabric. You just drape it over. You can put some clothespins on the tulle fabric. I don't. And that's all I have for you today. But let me show you the picture of my garden, how it's looking. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. This is Larry Zorro. Goodbye.